तो कई बार क्या होता है हम लोग रेसिपीज पढ़ते हैं और पढ़ के हमको लगता है कि यार मतलब दवाई लगती है ना. So how do you create juice that's healthy for you without it seeming like it's prescribed and not a recipe? It's a prescription and not a recipe. So I'll just try and sort of make that simple for you. Okay. What we're going to do is we've categorized the ingredients into 4. So there are fruits, there are veggies, and then there are flavors, and then there are sprinklers. तो अभी क्या होता है? Whenever you're putting a juice together, right? You have to think of at least having 3 out of these 4 in your juice mix, which means your juice needs to have a vegetable, a fruit, a flavor, or a fruit, a flavor, and maybe a sprinkler on top. The reason I say that is you're balancing flavors, but you're also balancing nutrients, right? And the best way to balance nutrients is to understand that the louder the color, the more the nutrients. जितना रंग ज़्यादा, you know, and if you go to South Korea, if you go to Seoul, आप restaurants के menus देखेंगे तो वहाँ पे color wise menus होते हैं. सारे greens, सारे reds, सारे oranges, सारे yellows, because the Korean philosophy believes that every color represents nutrition, a separate sort of nutrition for your body, and what you eat has to be a lot of colors put together, right? And that's essentially how I ask people to plan their juice menus, right? You don't have to mix carrots and spinach because you have to mix 2 colors, but your menu can have carrots today, but it needs to have spinach tomorrow. So the biggest mistake that we sort of make when we do juices is वो self prescription होता है ना, यार ये spinach अच्छा है तो आज ही डाल लो, कोई बात नहीं. So I think that's what's very important. Across a week or across the 4 days that you choose to have juices, every juice needs to be a different color. That's something that you need to sort of imbibe as a philosophy, because every color represents a nutrition, and over a period of time you're sort of building it up to where you want to go with it. Yeah. Now, how do you combine things together? How do you say this and this goes, this and this goes, this and this goes? The most basic philosophy is almost 99.9% all like colors will go together. An orange and a carrot will go together, right? A beetroot and a watermelon will go together. A beetroot and a plum will go together. A kale or a spinach and kiwi fruit will go together. Yeah, so that's the first basic. Like colors will always go together, right? So when we make it, we'll go through it. Now, and the next is the flavors, right? Now there are some flavors that transcend जो है सब्जियों के साथ भी जाते हैं, fruits के साथ भी जाते हैं, right? Now the most common flavors, the 2 flavors that transcend fruits and vegetables are ginger and mint. As a basic rule, ginger and mint would never fail in any juice, right? And they would never fail in any vegetable also. So these are the 2 flavors that transcend. And now to a lesser extent, chili, because we're used to chili with our sweet and so on and so forth. So if you're creating stuff that's no-brainer, it's very easy. You know, you take 2 light colored, एक आप fruit लें, एक आप vegetable लें, उसके बाद उसके अंदर ginger mint डाल दें, आपका एक basic non-failed juice ready. Whether you're throwing a party or you're throwing a juice, juice and barbecue weekend or however that works for you. So that's the first bit. Yeah. Now if I were to show it to you in terms of functionally. Do we have more empty bowls by any chance? So let's create some juice sets. Oh, fantastic. Okay. So abhi, for example, if I were to pick up beetroot, so one from this section, in this case, there will be beetroot. Okay. Now I have to pick up 1 or maybe 2 from this section. What would I pick up?
Plum.
है ना?
And watermelon.
Plum, watermelon, grapes, है ना? देखो सारे इतनी है मेरे को। हो गया खत्म वर्कशॉप।
You explained so well.
So, and then knife नहीं रखो, झगड़ा नहीं करना। So ginger, touch of mint, the most basic, no rocket science sort of juice, है ना? And if you want to be a little smart with it and a little edgy with it, you say I'm going to add a little bit of, just a little bit, ठीक है? Now to this, while you could add the fourth element later, right? You could always add the fourth element later and say कि नहीं 3 की जगह 4, the more the merrier. But try and at least cover 3 of these when you make a juice. And as a basic, whenever I make a juice, as a basic rule, what do you think? I always add a little bit of water towards the end of it for 2 things. 1, it helps quickly extract whatever's left. And 2, usually by the time we get fruits and vegetables, they're already dehydrated. धूप में पड़ी हैं तो already वो concentrate हो जाती है. Water loss already हुआ होता है. So it's always better to sort of add a little bit of water. 1, it sort of cleans the juicer also. 2, you need that water so it just doesn't feel too concentrated, right? So this is not an ideal juice glass, but